what Rollins was talking about is very interesting because all these energies, all these powers, all this traditional belief system, let's put it that way,
Yeah.
they are available across cultures. It's not in
Yeah.
Nigeria, for example, it's in Ghana.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When you go to East Africa, they have their own spirituality.
Of course.
Every person everywhere have some form of spirituality original to them.
Of course.
Now we have a superimposition of the Western and the Arabic religion. You
Mm.
understand?
Yeah.
Because Christianity started, well, how will I put it now? A lot of people believe a lot of things in the Bible have actually happened in Africa and all of those things. But let's say it's in the Middle Eastern area
Yeah.
because of the
Mm-hmm.
location of Israel, because it is an offshoot of Judaism.
Yeah.
Now, if all these spiritualities exist, now coming back home, like you said, some people feel like, okay, why should I share this knowledge? Because he said it's a kind of knowledge. Why should I share this knowledge with others and all those things? They monopolize it, and then
Mm-hmm.
people don't trust because in the past and in the recent past, when I say recent past, maybe 50, 100 years, maybe not the days of our great ancestors,
Yeah.
because when you look at people who hold these native power, these traditional powers that are native, that are indigenous to us,
Yeah.
they are very few and far between,
Between.
and not too many of them until recently have the education. Even the people who have the education, they were not comfortable identifying with traditional religion until
Yeah.
recently, because we are either born a Christian or a Muslim. In
Yeah.
school, there is no third option like that.
Mm-hmm.
So um the integrity quotient of these people is not queryable, but just, I mean, they could be relied upon to be sincere. You wouldn't
Yeah.
see them living in big houses. Sometimes they live in very funny, tattered
Mm-hmm.
environment
Yeah.
because most times they don't divine or do or help for material gains.
Of course.
Now
Yes.
all of those things have changed. Now a lot of people do not feel comfortable. Number one, the traditional religion has been demarketed by
Mm-hmm.
Christianity. Everything
Of
Christianity and
course.
Islam, for them to have that
Mm-hmm.
acceptance, they have to demarket and vilify and
Yes.
demonize
Yes.
our our indigenous,
Of course.
originality. They have to
Yes.
make sure that's why, like black and white thing.
Yeah.
Black is bad, white is
Mm-hmm.
good. And then the original people who have the integrity and sincerity of these beliefs, it wasn't commerce to them. It was just a belief
Yeah.
system. They
Of
don't
course.
monetize it.
Mm-hmm.
To the extent that some people, they will, from history, will hear they will help them. People will make pledges and not come back to fulfill it. And maybe they started getting wiser too and
Of
started
course.
adding the money factor to it.
Yeah.
I've said all of that to say that this thing exists everywhere,
Yeah.
but right now people are returning it to you said Isheshe is different from, you use another word, Esin.
Essence. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are
Yeah.
we right now? Because there's a kind of renaissance. You have told us a little of your journey. Can you
Mm-hmm.
marry that to where what we get a lot out there? People who are now boldly and confidently aligning with their original beliefs, and you being a Christian, a former Christian. Are you an ex-Christian?
I don't even know what I've
You
just
will call yourself,
reverted. I'm
okay,
I've
you don't have
reverted
a
to
label.
African
You don't have a
spirituality.
label. You
Yeah.
being born a Christian, you can trace your journey. But I see those Islam people,
Yeah.
the Islamic people, they're not taking
Yeah.
it easy at all.
No. No.
They are. So do you understand what I'm trying to get out of here? That okay, what does this spiritual neutrality offers now that we have institutionalized religion?
If it offers freedom, freedom in the sense that I don't have to wake up on a Sunday. Well, I understand it offers freedom and it offers openness in the sense that you learn and you continue to learn. I don't need to have a specific book that I learn from. And certain people, maybe before I go into that, I need to come back to the concept of African spirituality, especially in West Africa. And I know it's similar in the entire Africa. There's something called the Ori, which is your higher consciousness, your spiritual being. You need alignment with that. That is the fundamental of African spirituality. When it happens. Some people, I'm sure you'll have experienced this. When they sleep, they dream, and the dream come to fruition one way or the other. And people believe that when they are asleep, is their Ori actually connecting with them?
Igbos call it
Trying-
chi,
Chi.
chi.
Yes,
It's
CHI. I
like the
know.
inner god,
Yes, yes. But it's
personal
not
god,
here, it's out there,
their
but
head.
you need to be aligned. So there are so many things that create a lot of misalignment. Most people in religious setting have been misaligned for a long time. And my own journey, if I quickly go into that, started by when I had a lot of questions about religion in terms of hell and heaven and hell, and why do we have to be rewarded? Why are we not being rewarded now? Why do we have to wait until and nobody's ever come
Are you
back
sure
and
you are
tell
still
us?
not going to hellfire, Ade?
Me, I don't. As long as I'm a Omoluabi on
Eh,
earth, whatever happens, I don't. I don't. It doesn't matter.
sorry, I'm just kidding you though.
It doesn't matter,
I'm
and
not
that's the
judging you.
way. No, but that's the way everybody should live. If you do well here, not because I want a reward anywhere else, just do your best here. I'm not gonna do you a favor because I want something else in return. I just want to do that favor because I want to, because that's my nature. That's the nature of Omoluabi in me. To actually do that favor when you need me to do it that favor. That's it. End of story. So the moment we start, we're being driven by you do this now, you get something later. Imagine bribing your child. It's a form of bribery. That okay, look, if you go and clean your room, come back and you get biscuits. Obviously, when you say go and clean your room and you're not going to get anything, it's going to be a bit of a difficult task to
Reward
achieve.
system.
Yes, that's a reward
Reward
system.
reward motivation.
Yeah, you're creating a reward system.
Incentive.
Yes. So I don't want to be incentivized for anything I do. It should just be in me to do it because I know there's a positive and negative. And if I'm giving out positive and I'm actually making efforts to get positive as well, even though I know positive and negative work hand in hand, this is the things that we're not taught in religion. We keep praying that no negative should happen to me, but they work hand in hand. You just want a situation where when negative happens, you're able to manage it. It's not beyond your capacity. That's what you should be decreeing for. Not that negative should never happen because it happens anyway. That's how we should actually be documenting our proof, that we pray for no negative happening, but negative always happen. So how do we know that this prayer is actually effective? The way we're praying is effective. So there's something missing in all of that, and I've been questioning a lot of that. So I during COVID, I went into Buddhism and did a lot of research. Then during COVID again, we have COVID to thank for a lot of things. Then I came across a lot of people in African spirituality, and I realized that a lot of things I've learned in Buddhism that is actually present in African spirituality. And thankfully, I've come across a lot of people that have been able to teach and share a lot of knowledge to the point now that a lot of things that was more like a stigma in the past, I don't see them as stigma anymore. Like shrines in the past, we're scared of actually going anywhere near any shrine, but there's nothing to be scared of with all these things. It's just a place where people practice or appease their energy. That's it. That's it. It's simple. It's simple as that.
Okay, so did the Western religion improve, enhance, or promote our Moluabism, or did they do damage to it? And where we are, where do we go from here?
That's a good question. If we truly, if
Has
we
religion
truly,
been helpful or damaging Western and Arabic religion?
I think if we truly act in the nature and in the way it's been structured, we will still be aligning with our Omoluabi concept, but we don't, because that governance mechanism isn't there anymore. There's no such thing to say, right? For example, now I'll give an example from spirituality perspective. If you're going to do harm, the first question you should ask yourself is, have I ever wronged anyone? If I've ever wronged anyone, then I should accept that this is just part of life and move
So
on.
if you have
So
to finish your
because
thoughts.
because that whatever I'm planning to do, there's always going to be a blowback on me. And this is why you don't see proper babalawos getting into fights. You never see that happen. When you see pastors having fracas and all these affairs having fracas, you never see two true babalawos fighting, because that mutual respect is there, and that principle is there as well. That if I've ever wronged someone, that I should never be punishing for anybody wronging me, because I know where nobody's perfect. So
Okay.
that's part. Yeah.
Now, if you want to
Mhm.
talk to someone from another extraction, this will be our last question on you being from Africa and you have this concept of Omoluabi that if you want to preach Omoluabi or tell Omoluabi to the world as a kind of tool or concept for societal balance and equity, honesty, integrity, virtue, positive values, fairness, love, caring, everything that makes for, what we call humanity. I give you like 2 minutes to do that as we
I
round
would
off.
I would say it's I would define it to be.
Sorry, is it related to religion? Can it be divorced or is it a package? And
It's not related to religion, but it's related to character.
oh,
Being born of good intention, a responsible citizen with integrity, respect, good conduct, and someone of substance, or someone. Um, let me look for the right way to finish that. Someone working towards contributing tangible something tangible to the society or community. I think that would be the way to describe it.
I will interrupt your thoughts again.
Yeah.
Um, does religion help us? Does it unite or divide us? Has it been helpful? Should it be sustained? Should we be retained?
I think religion has done nothing but divide us further. I've done a bit of digging into our origin as a Yoruba people. Some of us came into the Yoruba area by due to trade, whereas some of us originate from Ile-Ife. Whichever the case may be, there's always been suspicion that, okay, this person, we don't trust that community does not trust us. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that this community does not get to partake in XYZ that we do
Is that
within our
Omoluabi?
um suspicion. Is natural, but again, we still treat each other with respect. Like the Jebu people will still treat the Oyo people with
Mutual
respect,
respect.
mutual respect in those days. But what
Right.
we've done now is we just come up with all this negativity. The Jebu people will say negative things about other people, and now that has extended across the entire Nigeria. That, oh, you can't trust this tribe. That tribe says something else again about us, and
Right.
we're not showing any structure.
How do you round up? 15 seconds.
I would like to round up by saying Iwapele, which is the ultimate moral conduct.
Right.
We should be, in everything we do, we should always hold a good moral ground. We should always be of Omoluabi attribute by displaying respect for others and good conduct.
Amazing. Thank you, Mr. Ade, for obliging us again. I know this will not be our last engagement. We appreciate you for coming and sharing with us your thoughts and on the concept of Omoluabi and extrapolating it to other areas who cannot. Viewers, this is where we end this program today. It's a continuous podcast of having other people's opinion. in order for us to learn to grow and to live better in this very complex and rapidly changing world. Special thanks to our backup team, OMS Consulting. Feel free to reach out to them through this channel. They have been our backbone. Like I keep saying, I have my regular job, and my job is, I'm very passionate about my job, but I get this help from them. They get all these things together, put us in the studio, mix things together, and then manage the channel for us. And if you want such thing to happen for you, you are busy with what you are doing, but you want to add value and contribute to our community, I just want to do something in the social media or new media or digital media space, we have experts in media and communications who can help you. They are omoluabis. They have integrity. I beat
That's
my
it.
chest for them. I vouch for them. I guarantee them. I approve them. Feel free to ask for the services of OMS Consulting. Thank you, viewers, for watching, and we see you on the next video. Thank you for coming on this show today.